You keep hearing the same question. Does Cooper Flagg actually have superstar potential? And the way people ask it tells you everything. They don't ask it like they're curious, they ask it like they're trying to catch him. Like they're waiting for the first bad week so they can say, "See, I knew it."
Like the work we never see. Coming towards this guy. And doing work right now!
Which is hilarious because he's 19. 19. Some of you were 19 and couldn't order at a drive-thru without panicking. This kid is getting trapped at half-court by grown men with mortgages. So, let's do this the right way. But before we start, if you love basketball and you're one of the 90% who watch without subscribing, it's time to join the NBA Inside family. Click it and let's live this season together. Let's talk about what's real, what's promising, and what's still a problem. Because Flagg already looks like two different players. One version looks like a future face of the league. The other version looks like a guy who's gonna be really good but never quite gets the full superstar package. And the divider between those two versions is one thing: the jump shot. Specifically, the three. So here's the real question. Do you believe the three-point issue is temporary, or do you think it's the warning label? Because that answer changes everything. Let's start with the part nobody can argue with. Cooper Flagg has already done rookie stuff that feels illegal. Youngest player to score 40 in an NBA game. Youngest player to hit 10 assists in a game. And on Christmas Day, he drops a 25-5-5 line as a 19-year-old. Only one guy was younger when he did something like that: LeBron. That doesn't mean Flagg is LeBron, relax. And if you're Dallas, you're looking at those moments and thinking, okay, at the very least this kid doesn't flinch. Because some rookies get their first big TV game and play like they forgot the rules. Flagg looks like he's annoyed it's taking so long to get him the ball. Now zoom in on the season. Through around 30 games, he's sitting around 19.2 points, 6.4 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and 1.2 steals, on 48.7% from the field. That's the headline. But the real story is the trend. He started slow, then he adjusted, then he took off. Early on, Dallas tried him at point guard.
Middle of the zone, Davis has to fight off a steal attempt. Now he goes, so does Coop, in there for the layup!
7 games, 13.7 points, 38% shooting. And you could tell he was thinking too much. Like he was trying to be correct instead of trying to win. He'd bring the ball up, see the first defender, see the second defender, hesitate, then make the safe pass. Which sounds mature until you realize NBA defenses love safe. Safe means predictable. So Dallas moves him back to forward. And suddenly, everything looks cleaner. His efficiency jumps. He climbs to around 20 points a night on about 51% shooting in that stretch. And in December, he's closer to 24 points a game with better playmaking. That matters, because that tells you this isn't just raw talent. He's learning fast. And if you're trying to project superstardom, speed of learning is everything. Now let's bring up the college stuff because it explains why scouts were so confident. At Duke, he wasn't just good. He was the whole system. 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 48.1% from the field, and 38.5% from 3. He wins ACC Player of the Year, ACC Rookie of the Year, and National Player of the Year. That's a short list. And when you're on a short list with names like Zion and a few others, you don't get to be called a nice prospect. You get labeled as franchise. So why are we even having this conversation now? Because the NBA doesn't care what you were in college. The NBA cares what you are when a 6'8" wing closes out like a missile and doesn't bite on your first move. And that's where the swing skill shows up. The three-point shot. In college, 38.5%. NBA so far, it's fallen off a cliff. Mid-20s depending on the stretch. That's not a small dip, that's a different shooter. And here's why it matters. Modern superstardom is harder without a three. Defenses will sag, load the paint, help off you, dare you.
Sees two. Flagg at the top, late clock 3. Got 'em all!
And if you don't punish them, the floor shrinks for you and everyone else. This isn't rare. Young players go through this all the time. Stronger competition, longer arms, smarter schemes. College Open isn't NBA Open. Same car, different traffic. Some scouts flagged it pre-draft. Not broken, just needs cleanup. And here's the stat that should keep Dallas calm. Free throws, around 80%. That usually tells the truth about touch. So the dip is probably confidence, reps, and shot quality, not inability. But it's still the swing skill. At 35%, everything opens. Under 25, defenses ignore you. Now let's talk defense. This is where the superstar case speeds up. Flagg's defensive foundation is ridiculous for his age. He switches, recovers, reads plays early. Most rookies are targets. He isn't. He has size, timing, instincts, and he's not just blocking shots, he's changing decisions. That's the scary kind of defender. Simple version, if you're elite defensively at 19, your floor jumps immediately. Offensively, he's more than a scorer. He's a playmaker. Not flashy, fast reads. Corner passes, early swings, simple decisions that create advantages. He plays off the ball, cuts, relocates.
He's averaging 22 and 12 in his last 2 games. Lob up to Flagg.
So even when the shot isn't fouling, he impacts the game. Defense, rebounding, creation, that's why scouts talk about an all-star floor. Superstardom, though, is different. That's when defenses are built around stopping you. To get there, he needs 2 things. Shooting, handle. The handle works, but it's basic. Against elite defenders, predictability gets punished. That's why separation can be an issue. Finishing is the quiet concern. The athleticism pops. The numbers didn't. Mid-50s at the rim in half-court. He plays upright. NBA bodies don't allow that. So the package needs polish. Angles, touch, strength, and remember, he's 19. Some of this isn't a skill issue. It's time. Comparisons come next. Tatum, Pippen, Kirilenko, AD. The Tatum comp fits the role, but Tatum became a high-level shot maker. That's the gap. The Pippen and Kirilenko comps speak to the defense and versatility. That's the version of Flagg where he becomes an elite second star. A guy who does everything. A guy who makes life easier for the primary scorer. The Anthony Davis comp is about tools and impact. But Flagg doesn't project as an interior dominant big. He's more perimeter-oriented. And then there's the LeBron talk. They see a teenager doing rare things and they go, is he the next LeBron? No, stop. But you can still take the useful part. The useful part is this. LeBron entered the league with physical dominance and elite ball skills right away. Flagg enters with elite instincts, versatility, and a strong base. But his scoring creation has a steeper climb. So the comparison tells you Flagg has work to do. Not that he's doomed, not that he's overrated, work.
Talking to Jake Kidd before the game about Detroit and their 21-5 record.
Here comes Coop, and Coop with ill intention.
Now let's talk about what the actual smart people seem to think. A lot of analysts are optimistic but conditional. They see all NBA as possible, but only if the shot develops and the creation expands. If the shot becomes league average, his ceiling jumps. If he stays below 30%, he still might be an all-star, but the superstar case weakens. Because teams will sag off him in the playoffs. And when defenses sag, your driving lanes vanish. Then your playmaking tightens up. Then your efficiency drops. Then you're fighting uphill. That's why this one weakness matters so much. Now we have to address Dallas. Because situation matters. Dallas has struggled. Around 12 and 21 late December. So Flagg hasn't had the easiest superstar launchpad. He's not walking into a stable ecosystem. He's walking into chaos. And chaos makes development messy. Sometimes you get great reps. Sometimes you get bad habits. So the next question isn't only about Flagg, it's about whether Dallas builds the right environment. Because if you put him next to spacing and veteran structure, his life gets easier. If you throw him into constant losing with no spacing, he's going to take harder shots. And hard shots teach you the wrong lessons. Now let's land this. Does Cooper Flagg have superstar potential? Yes, because the ingredients are rare. He's already producing. He's already learning. He's already impacting the game on defense. He's already had big moments and didn't shrink. He plays like he belongs. But the jump from future all-star to superstar is narrow. And the gatekeeper is the shot. Fix the shot and the league has a problem. Because if he becomes a real 3-level scorer with his defense and IQ, you're looking at a franchise centerpiece. If the shot never comes around, he still becomes valuable. He still becomes an all-star level impact player. He still helps winning. But he becomes the kind of star who needs a partner, not the kind of star who's the whole plan. So here's the real question for you. When you watch Flagg right now, what do you see? Do you see a temporary shooting slump with a future correction, or do you see the flaw that's gonna cap him? And if you're Dallas, what do you bet on? Patience or panic?